In this video, I'm going to work on displaying the blog posts on the home screen so that the feed will look something like reddit.com. So the blog should look like this. It should have kind of these little sections where the blog is going to be, and then a section over here where I can click to create a new post. So this is what I want it to look like. So the first step here is I want to create a new snippet for displaying those little blog posts. So I'm going to go into blog and create a new folder named snippets, just like we've done before. Now create a new file in here and press Control S, and this is going to be my blog post snippet.html. I believe that's what I named it in the source code. I'm just going to double check because I'm actually not going to be typing this out on video anyway. I'm going to be copy pasting this in just to save time since there's nothing new here. So I've selected the branch blog feed like Twitter or Reddit, and I'm going to go into blog, go into templates, go into snippets, and there's that blog post snippet that I just created. So now I'm going to copy everything inside here, go back to Sublime Text and paste that in and press Control S. So there's nothing new here. That's why I'm not going to write this out on video. Basically, it's just the card that we added in the update view. I think it was the detail blog view right here. It's pretty much the same. Nothing new here. There should be pretty much no surprises. Next, I need to edit the home screen view in personal, because now I want to query the blog post instead of, I believe we're like querying the users or something like that. Yeah, querying the accounts. So I want to change this. I can leave the context, but I want to import the model blog post. So from blog.models, import blog post, and here I want to query those blog posts. So blog posts equals blog post dot objects dot, no, I want to sort them actually. So I need to get them all so I can get them all, but I'm going to need to sort them. So I'm going to copy this, cut it, write sorted, which is a Python function, and paste in that query set, which is all of the blog posts. And I want to write key equals attr getter. This is something that I'm going to talk about in just a second. I'm going to explain this. I want to sort it by updated, and I want to reverse it. So reverse equals to true. And of course, I need to import this library. This isn't something that comes standard with Python. So I need to go from operator, import attr getter, and then press Control S. So what this is going to do is it's going to sort this list. Well, first it'll query all the blog posts, and then it's going to sort the list based on the key date updated, and I want to reverse it. So the newest blog post will be at the very top. And you can use this to sort any of your Python query sets, so just kind of keep that in mind. Now I want to write blog posts and set this equal to my new list of sorted blog posts, and Control S to save that. So now that will get a list of all of the newest blog posts, it'll get a list of all the blog posts with the newest ones at the top, and we're going to pass that to our home view. So that's going to be the next step, is working on home.html, because we need to change this now. So once again, what I'm going to do is go into the source code and copy this, because I don't want to write this all out on camera. It would just take too long. So I'm going to go to source, go into personal, go into templates, and copy home.html. So I'm going to copy literally everything here, and I'm going to talk about it in just a sec. So pasting that in, pressing Control S, and now let's talk about it. So the first thing you should notice is that I'm loading static. We've talked about static in, I think it was around 2 videos ago when we did all the static setup stuff. Then of course we have some CSS, which I won't be talking about. You should be familiar with all of this. Then we have sort of our top bar. So this is the top bar if the screen size is small, is small, then the top bar goes here. You can tell because I have D large none, meaning that if the screen size is large or bigger, this entire div will disappear. So this is for that top view. So if I go to our website and I shrink down this, so you notice that it gets placed up there. That's going to be that top view. I guess I should refresh this so you can see. So now that we have that new home template, if I squeeze it, then that gets moved to the top, which is this right here. If it's larger, so if it gets large, it disappears, and then you see that one on the right hand side. So that's going to be what comes next here. This next section is the blog feed. So this is where our blog posts are going to be displayed. These divs look a little, oh no, that one's fine. That was supposed to be over here. There we go. So now I'm referencing that snippet that we just created, the snippet that I created just before we looked at views, blog post snippet. It's iterating through the blog post from the views that we queried and then passing that blog post to the snippet so that it can be displayed in a card, which is what you see here. So this is a card for that blog post. And this looks messed up actually. The update button should be below. That one looks fine. Oh, this is probably because in the blog, so if you go to, let me just go to the admin. It's messed up because we're using HTML in the blog post itself. So here, if you look at this, this uses HTML and I didn't close the p tag when I deleted a bunch of characters. So if I save that, that should actually fix that problem. Well, it actually didn't. So this update button is a problem. We're gonna have to fix that. Let's take a look. Probably in, if we go into blog and we go to edit, it should be detail blog. So this right here. So this needs its own p tag. I think that's the problem because it needs to be on a new line. So if I put that into here, save it, go back, refresh, still not going on its next line. Okay, well, I'm gonna actually pause the video and figure out what's wrong and come back and fix this. That was dumb. It's because I edited the wrong template. So now I'm in blog post snippet and I need to add a p tag here, not blog detail, obviously, because we weren't in that template. Add a p tag there. Let's go back to the website and it's still not the next line. Okay, I'm pausing the video again. I'm gonna figure out what's wrong and come back. Okay, figured it out. It was, if you go to the admin, there was an ahref in the top of the blog post, which was interfering with the one from the actual code itself. So because I'm truncating the characters, it was truncating the ahref kind of in half, which was causing this to not work properly and exhibit some weird behavior. So anyway, I changed this to 250 and I got rid of the link that was at the beginning of that post. Also, I want to mention that in a production website, you shouldn't use the safe word here like I've done, because if you use this, that means any user who writes a blog post, who decides to write a blog post, can write HTML into your website and it will render. Obviously, you don't want to do that because it's a very big security risk. They could write JavaScript, they could write anything and interact with your database potentially. I'm not sure. I don't know how specifically they could do it, but they could, I'm sure. So keep that in mind. If you're letting users write to your blog or to your website, don't use this safe command or word that I'm using right here, because they'll potentially be able to use JavaScript or something else to interact with your database. I'm just using it here because this is a demo. If you're the one who's writing the blog post, only admin are writing the blog post, then it's fine, obviously, because you're not going to screw around with your own website. But if other users are writing it, don't use this. And now if we look at our website and I click on the update button, that's all good and everything's working as it was. So, all right, now let's talk about what's happening here. So, yeah, it's just nothing new here other than there's nothing new here. This is just the snippet. The home is where the new stuff is. So it's iterating through the blog post, passing each one to the snippet. And then this little bottom section here is for the right-hand column. So if the website is big enough, we get this kind of right-hand section. If it's too small, then you get the one at the top, which is this container up here. So that's all it is. There's three sections, this section, this section, and this section. This is for the top when it's too small. This is for the feed no matter what. And then this is for the right-hand side when it's big enough. So if I just want to test these links, create new post, must authenticate, that was good. And also if I shrink it down, I click there, create post, must authenticate. Okay, so that's all good. Now what is left? Actually, that's it. That's all I wanted to do for this video. I'll run it. I'm running in an incognito window, so let me run in a regular one and refresh this. That looks good. Can create a post. I can update this post. Should be good. I actually should log in with a different user and just make sure that that's working. I can't remember if there was other users on this server though. Let me just double check. Logging in with the admin. Let's see if there's another account. There isn't. So we're going to need to log out and we're going to need to register a new account really quickly. I'll just say jessica@gmail.com. Jessica, password. There we go, we're authenticated. And notice now, since I didn't author these posts, I'm not able to press the update button. There is no update button visible, also in the detail view. So that is looking good. So now in the next video, I'm going to add a search bar up into the navigation so that we can manually search for different blog posts. So we'll search depending on the title and also depending on the content of the blog post, just like in Reddit. So you can type, virtually anything up here and it will search for posts based on what you're searching.